This is the most popular car in Rocket League. This is the most popular car in professional Rocket League. And this is a car that is apparently so ugly and bad that nobody ever uses it. Poor little guy. Now normally, like every other serious Rocket League player, I would use one of these. But for 1 month, I decided to use the worst cars in the game for a little experiment. I wasn't even going to make a video on this, it was just something I wanted to do. Hear that, little buddy? I'm going to use you. But what happened to me during my month of terrible cars was so... what's the word I'm looking for? Unexpected, that I decided to let you guys in on my newfound secret powers. Yes, I said secret powers. I couldn't believe how much it changed my game. Using bad cars seemed to attract a lot of funny and weird situations, which I will share for your amusement. But I also relearned some basic facts of the game that allowed me to play more consistently and skillfully. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did in a few easy steps. Step 1. You need to accept the reality that you will never be good at Rocket League. You will always suck.
Really? Really?
You can get really good at Rocket League, but you'll never feel good. There will always be thousands and thousands of players that will be way better than you, so stop trying to be like them. The first thing you need to do is change your car. Use a car that says, I suck at this game, and I'm proud of it. Choose a car that looks like you. Ugly. I stopped using the Octane. I stopped using the Fennec. I stopped using the cars that everyone else used, and suddenly, I felt power. I felt control. I felt freedom. On the other hand, my opponents felt fear. And I don't blame them because, let's be honest here, this car is hideous. This is the Vulcan. Look what it can do. My opponent leaves so fast he doesn't even witness the goal. And this is 30 seconds into the game. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, but I thought the hitboxes were all the same. Well, you'd be wrong. There are 6 official unique hitboxes and 7 unofficial unique hitboxes. And even if you switch to a different car with the same hitbox, the visualization can make a huge difference based on where it's placed within your car. I started getting the weirdest touches and the weirdest pinches, like way more than normal, way more. People would even comment like, what is that hitbox? What is that car? It was that weird. Explain that, non-Vulcan believers. Now, in my time using the Vulcan, it wasn't all rainbows and sunshine. This is Rocket League after all. Here I get scored on avoiding a bump, I get what a saved, my teammate wants to forfeit. Score is 2-0, and then my teammate does the kickoff of death. You guys remember that? It's where it's the worst possible kickoff. You're both ass, so it doesn't matter. And this is where step 1 comes in. I know I'm ass, so this doesn't bother me at all. I would get the biggest booming passes with this car. It was honestly just a joy to use. Is it a placebo? Probably. But I like to think the Vulcan just has special powers. That's a great save by my teammate there. The goals I would score were not pretty. Not pretty at all. But that was kind of what made it fun. It really suited my sucking playstyle. Step 2. Stop using the Vulcan. You need to keep things fresh, so you should really switch your car often. Okay, now, hear me out. Let's do this. No, I'm gonna try to use this car unless my teammate whiffs in like the first 2 seconds of me using it. Okay, I won't use this car. Good start. Yeah, it's tough to get a good start when you're on your phone. While the Vulcan is generally hideous, the back of the car seems to be somewhat appealing to my teammates. So that can cause some problems. Someone suggested I try the backfire. When you switch your car, the first thing you should do is either go into free play or find a basic training pack like this one. Just dribble across the entire map. If you're not good enough to air dribble across the entire map, I don't know if you guys saw this 2-hour video on Rocket League air rolling, but I encourage you to watch it, at least some of it. One of the best things I got from this video was just the message that Rocket League is a juggling game. That's all it is. This is Rocket League, so practice your juggling. Can you guys help me out here? I want to know what my teammate is trying to accomplish. Just let me know in the comments what is the point of this? What is that? I was gonna cry if you didn't hit that into me. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Not gonna lie, your defense sucks balls. Oh, wow. My opponent just made 2 huge mistakes. First, he overcommits in a game that's tied 4-4 with 5 seconds left. Second, he insults the power of this beautiful car. So I guess you can say, that backfired. Step 3. Quit the game. People don't talk about how much mental energy this game takes. If you're like me, you have the most fun when you're playing at your highest potential. That's why you can suck and still have fun, as long as you're doing your best. But if you're feeling like you don't have energy, you're not gonna have a good time in a mentally exhausting game like Rocket League. So give yourself a break. Get some sleep. Go outside. Play other games, like War Thunder, the sponsor of this video. I actually have over 60 hours in this game, and as a huge history nerd, it's one of my favorites. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and it's available now for free on PC and consoles. There's over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations that you can operate, ranging from old school machines from the 1920s to modern fighter jets and battle tanks. There's over 70 million players online that you can join in epic PvP battles, and with intense combat, realistic detailed vehicle models, great graphics, and an impressive amount of updates and content, it really is an incredible experience that everyone should try. I also have to add that the VR experience is one of the best out there. For a limited time, new and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms. That includes multiple premium vehicles. So download War Thunder today for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using my link in the pinned comment or video description. Back to Rocket League. At least homie's name is accurate. Once I was using the Vulcan while watching Rizzo's stream, and I own gold, and it seemed like Rizzo was trash-talking me.
What a play!
Here's another example of the weird things that would happen to me when I was using the Vulcan. The score is tied 1-1, there's less than 2 minutes left, and my opponents are just not playing anymore. They've given up. The effects of the Vulcan have turned them into toxic enemies. That's my only explanation. What the hell's going on? No idea. Step 4. Go into free play and do this. Every Rocket League player needs to realize that the fundamental skills required to enjoy this game are maintained here in free play. It's not about training so you can be a sweaty pro. It's about the repetition of basic skills so you can actually do the things you want to do in the game. If you don't do free play, you won't last long in Rocket League. This is Rocket League right here. Bounce dribbling. When you get tired of that, do speed laps. You will not believe how much of Rocket League gameplay is just controlling the ball around corners. So just do this. Emphasize maximum speed so you always want to be supersonic. Watch for the speed trail behind your car. If that goes away or you have to slow down to keep the ball, that's a fail. Reset the ball and keep going at max speed. This is much harder than it looks. It's all about building control while at maximum speed. It's very simple and very powerful. Do this for as long as you want and you'll have more fun in Rocket League. Your eyes do not deceive you. I am using the Triton. I'm not proud of it, but I was pretty committed to this whole terrible cars thing. You're terrible. Bet. So now I'm going to prove to him that I am terrible. I'm not going to hit the ball, and then I'm going to hit the ball. It's a very complicated maneuver. You're so stupid. Thanks. I guess that was all he wanted, because now he said he loves me and that he's sorry. So, let's make him hate me again. I think it worked. I know it's kind of going against the spirit of this video, but... Oh, there goes my teammate. Don't use the Triton. Just don't. Pretty much the best thing you can do with the Triton is give the ball to somebody else. So then I switched to the Dominus. I never thought I'd go back to the Dominus. It's one of the worst cars in the game. But then I remembered what my good old friend Floomp used to say. There's something about when you're using the Dominus where there's an unexplainable force that just compels your opponents to score on themselves. Maybe it was just my imagination, but there were a lot of own goals when I was using the Dominus. And unfortunately, this same force can actually happen to you too. So watch out. Now, the Dominus does have some unique properties that can turn you into a god. So, pretty much, you're either a god or you're terrible with the Dominus. There's no in between. You guys lagging too? You could say that. It appears you accidentally left a ranked match. Would you like to rejoin? Sure. Too bad. Bang, big Triton pass. Teammate gives it back to me, and there is a Triton goal. This is a textbook Triton score. A complete accident. That's not great. That is not great. The odds were stacked against me, but I had the Vulcan on my side. And with the Vulcan, well, I was probably still going to lose. But all I wanted to do was score 1 goal with the Vulcan on these 2 sweaty tryhards. Please, Vulcan, give me the power. Vulcan! I went down fighting. Surely I have earned the respect of these 2 honorable opponents. Waste of time. Oh my God. Now, in our last episode of Coaching with Sunless, we actually went over this exact scenario, and you guys are still doing it, so let's have a little refresher. On the kickoff, do not get full boost and then turn up field. You'll get scored on. Now, to not get scored on, this is a little known fact, but what you need to do is miss the ball, and then you'll still save it. That's why it's called the backfire. For some reason lately, whenever I say OMG in chat, my teammates get so mad at me. I have no idea why. I feel like whenever I'm using a terrible car, teammates are more likely to pass to me. Like, check this out. This guy's gonna give me... Oh, it wasn't a pass. But some of the passes I got in the Dominus were so perfect it was impossible to miss.
Anything's possible!
Oh, that's saved though. Step 5, turn off chat. Here's why you should turn off chat. This guy's berating me, and all I did was suck at the game. Forfeit, 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 forfeit. So, I challenged him to a 1v1. It was time for the biggest challenge in my entire month of using terrible cars. Who would win? One of the ugliest vehicles in the game, or a cocky Octane user with wheels he copied from watching pros? The game started terribly. I was playing awful. I mean, there was a reason this guy was trash-talking me. It was pretty bad out there. But here's the thing. I had nothing to prove. I know I suck. And I had the Vulcan on my side. So even though I went down 2 goals, I never gave up. I kept going for the most disrespectful shots I could think of, like the air dribble bump. Unfortunately, my annoying playstyle was only making this guy even angrier. He was going for everything, and it was working. He had no respect for the Vulcan, and so the Vulcan did not respect him either. I started to adapt to his playstyle, which was, let's be honest, chasing like a madman. This guy was saving everything I could throw at him, but the worst was yet to come. I was about to score one of the most spectacular own goals of all time. Nice one! Don't worry, kids, it happens to everyone. I quickly responded with a terrible Vulcan goal of my own. I was still in this. You see, I just wanted to score all the goals from that point on. I didn't want him to score even his own goals. That's how it is when you're using the Vulcan. Now here we're gonna get a little sneaky. He thinks I'm gonna go for an air dribble bump again, and to be fair, I thought about it, but, you know, sometimes just a little bounce dribble shot is all you need. Now this is where it gets pretty funny. I just blast the ball downfield because he's chasing like a moron. Go for it, go for it, go for it! Nah, I don't think I will. I don't think I will go for it in this situation. I don't think I will. Now I'll go for it. And then now I'll go for it again. And now I'm winning. This guy is still not respecting the power of the Vulcan. And look what's happening to him. GG, Vulcan. It's hard to play against dumb kids. I know. I was expecting good plays, but then I got met with plat plays. No, you got met with Vulcan plays. I began spreading the word of the Vulcan to all who would listen, and I kid you not, I had multiple people actually start following in my footsteps and start using the Vulcan. The psychological effect of feeling like you have a supernatural force behind your vehicle will actually translate to real results. It's called confidence. It may be a false confidence, but all I know is the game is way more fun this way. I'm so good. I mean, the backfire is so good. Again, thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Download it today for free on PC or consoles using my link below. Just remember, you cannot flip reset in a tank. It does not work. Trust me, I tried it.